We may even have the voice himself, Mr. George Teyachea. Very, very familiar voice if you've... okay, I guess they're getting started now. Let's get this out of the way. There we go. And Dennis wins the lag. So we're going to have Dennis Orcollo versus Rudy Alameda. This is the 2021 U.S. Open 1-ball championships. Excuse me, I almost said 10-ball. U.S. Open 1-pocket championships. This is winner's side action. This is going to be a race to 4. Let me adjust the scoreboard because I know it says race to 3 at the bottom. Let's change that to 4 real quick. There we go. So Dennis with the first break. Rudy's going to have a chance to return here. Decent break. I think Rudy might be able to get both of those balls out of the way. Oh, no, he's going for the bank. He's just going to roll forward. I like this. Aggressive right off the gate. And Rudy strikes first blood. Rudy first on the board. I imagine this will be a fast-paced match. Both players do tend to play with some good pace. I've known Rudy for a number of years. He hails from the Tucson, Arizona area, and he is almost a household name in Arizona anyhow, possibly elsewhere, but you cannot sleep on this guy. He is a fantastic one-pocket player, but obviously he knows what he's up against as well. So I'm very excited to both commentate and see how this match plays out. I'm going to get my other microphones ready to go here. So when our guest commentators do come in, we are all good. Yes, we are. Okay. Let's give Rudy another point. I did see him pocket another ball there. So Dennis trying for a bank into the stack. Moves a ball or two toward his hole. I think we'll see Rudy kick the back of this 9, probably get it out of there. He may cross it, but I think the 9 is gone at this point. Yeah, he just banked it out of there. Excited for these other guys to get in the booth with us as well. They can shed a little bit more knowledge than myself. My name is Ben Sutherland, by the way. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're coming to you live from Griff's Billiards in Las Vegas. Thank you so much to our sponsors as well. I can't thank them enough. We've been running their graphics and their commercials, and please take advantage of all the services that these guys offer. Without them, we can't have these events. We also have an OB shaft giveaway that I'll touch on a little bit later. But for a very, very cheap price, you get yourself a chance to win any OB shaft that will fit any OBQ you would like. Or excuse me, any Q. Doesn't necessarily have to be an OBQ. So I'll touch on that raffle here in a little bit. Or giveaway, I should say. I don't know if Dennis can cross this, or if that's even what he's looking at. I think he would like to bank the 4 or the 8, but he's going to have traffic in the way, so he's going to have to protect him. Try to use those 4 balls left in the stack for protection if he does go that route. He did go for the cross bank. Very good try. Not quite hard enough, a little bit offline, but did great to leave the ball in front of his hole. But Rudy wastes no time taking that ball right back out of play. Dennis is going to try to bank the 4 past the 7 and the 9 and use the 7 and the 8 as coverage. What a great shot. Even if it doesn't go, it's as good as a point. It's a good shot from Rudy right there. Pockets Dennis's ball and takes another ball out of play from Dennis's side of the table. So Rudy so far doing a good job of holding Dennis kind of at bay, not giving him really much to shoot at. And Dennis is going to bank this 9, I think. Well, maybe not. Say if I'm Rudy, I think I'm just going to bank this 6, lag it toward my hole, and force Dennis to either take it out if it doesn't go, but try not to sell out the 9, which I think he did a pretty good job of. I believe the 7's got him slightly hindered. 8 ball will go, but it's a risky shot. He risks running into the stack and pushing balls towards Rudy's hole. So I don't think we'll see him take that on. He may just elect to move the 6 out. He is going for the 8, it looks like. Well, maybe he was just lagging it. I'm not sure if he missed it that bad or if he was just lagging it toward the pocket. Maybe he was afraid if he did go for the shot, he was going to actually break something out, so he opted to just lag toward the pocket rather than go for the shot. It's a good thought, but I don't think Rudy got the cue ball stuck behind the 15, so Dennis is going to be able to move this 10. Shouldn't have any issues with that. shot from Dennis. We've seen that one hang up a couple times today. He played it pretty well. Good speed. I don't think anything is dead on, but if anybody can find it, it's this man. There it is. Another combo, I believe. No problem for Dennis. I believe the 4 does pass the 8 clean. He'll play for shape on the 6 or the next combo. He may even take the 8 out right now. He's got plenty of options. He'll play the 6, come back across for the 8. Don't blink, folks, you'll miss something. Oh, they're saying that's 8. Alright. Well, after Rudy came out the gate really, really strong, Dennis finished a little bit stronger. Dennis takes a 1-0 lead. This is a winner's side action, so this is a race to 4.
Next match on table 27, Francis Rita versus Sergio Rivas. Francis Rita versus Sergio Rivas on table 27.
Pretty good break right there from Rudy. There is a rule, if you make a ball on the break, it is a re-rack. Rudy came close there, and he's got a ball in a great spot. Dennis is going to have to come up with something creative here. Simple but effective return from Rudy. All he did was move that cue ball a foot or so, and he still kept his ball protected. Again, making Dennis think. Anytime you can make someone like Dennis have to sit there and think, you know you're doing something right. That was a bit interesting from Dennis. Blasted into the pack, sent a ball or two toward his side. I believe he did get a little fortunate not to sell out basically anything aggressive for Rudy. Wonder if Rudy maybe just rolls into the back of the 13. I think that's what he might have been looking at for a moment anyhow. He doesn't want to give Dennis the opportunity to move that 12 or the 9. Ladies and gentlemen, your mic is live, sir.
Okay.
We have, and I am proud to introduce, the voice himself, George Teyachea, in the booth alongside myself. George, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. Just finished up with a match, and see we have a heck of a match going on here.
Yes, we do.
Rudy Alameda from Tucson, Arizona versus Dennis Orcollo from the Philippines. And what a match for Rudy. This is like a lifetime dream for him. Dennis is his
I believe
favorite
it.
player.
I believe it. Rudy came out the gate really strong in the first rack. He had a 4-0 ball count lead. He made one mistake, and Dennis got up. Ended up losing the rack 8-4. So Dennis got on the board first. 1-0 lead. We're racing to 4. This is winner's side action.
It's funny then. I was just talking with Alameda and a couple of guys on the rail when I was walking over here, and they were saying that Rudy was up again 1-0 on Dennis. And I said, Rudy's up again? And I said, okay. Because I didn't know. I just finished my match.
No, Dennis had a beautiful run out.
Okay. Yeah, Rudy shoots very, very straight. He's moving better and better all the time. His game's really come up the last year and a half. He pockets balls extremely well. I play him in Tucson quite a bit. And he's a tough customer.
Oh, yeah.
And
I've seen.
of course, we know Dennis is.
Yeah, Dennis
one of the
plays
best in the
okay.
world. Yeah, plays okay.
I have been seeing Rudy's name more online in some tournaments and some gambling matches and stuff in town, so it's nice to see that he's doing well and excelling.
He plays quite a bit too. He's playing all the time now. Constantly in action.
Rudy's done a pretty good job of keeping Dennis at bay, but that one little slip up,
Yeah.
and Dennis punished him for it.
Well, that is Dennis. He'll allow you a little leeway, but when he sees the target and knows what to aim for, he really goes for it.
Look at this.
And
Wow.
I don't want to say it. This is funny. Rudy never used to do stuff like that, but he plays with me quite a bit, and I've been playing with him on the table that Scott Frost and Efren Reyes played their big match on.
Oh, yeah,
Tucson.
that
Keith
50K
Stanton
match
had
or something like
exactly
that. Yeah.
4 1/8-inch pockets. I've played with him a few times there at Keith Stanton's place. In fact, I think he's listening. So, hey Keith, how are you? He's started bumping into balls a lot. He's doing it quite a bit, and he's doing it successfully.
Playing off the stack more like
Playing
that.
into the stack and pushing balls towards his hole, and he's pretty successful at finding the hole every once in a while.
Yeah, he did a great job there with that one.
Yeah.
And now Dennis has sold out. Potentially, if Rudy's on his game,
Does he
this
wanna
could be
shoot
the
this
game.
ball? This ball doesn't.
I think it passes.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that. These are pretty tight pockets, but Keith at this table plays exactly like yours, buddy. I'm pretty sure he's listening. If you're listening, Keith, text me. Because he told me he's doing watching online.
Oh, wow.
That was a big. See, it's just little things like that will keep him from, really, really being the strong, super strong player. But he's got all the tools. He just has to put it together and not allow little slip-ups like that.
Yeah. From my vantage point, it looked like he was aiming at that combo all wrong to begin with. It looked like he was gonna miss it the whole way, but maybe he couldn't reach it, or I'm not sure. Maybe he saw something we didn't.
I lost my first one. I was down 3 to 1, and I came back and made it hill, and went down. And then I just got done playing a gentleman from Oregon, and I won that one.
Is that Steve?
Steve
Lingelbach?
Yeah. Nice guy. I really talked to him for a little bit afterwards, and I've seen him at the U.S. Opens before. I've interacted with a lot of these guys because I do some commentary from time to time. In fact, you were in the booth with me last year.
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
We actually saw Steve Lingelbach last night. He played on our 9 p.m. TV table match
Oh, okay.
against Ronnie Wiseman.
I remember that match. I remember watching part of it. Ronnie, I saw them playing, and I got to watch Ronnie's match this afternoon.
Did he win?
Or this morning, actually. He did win his match this morning.
Good.
I think it was a 10 a.m. match, and I was amused
Oh yeah.
Ronnie's such a character. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
he
talking,
is.
He's talking to the guy he's playing.
He always seems to have
Yeah.
a good time when he's
He
playing.
had a good time, and the guys, you know, he shot one shot that I just didn't understand, but I wanted to ask him about it. He won his match, so I probably could have asked him, but he left it quick.
Does that 9 bank into the 14,
You can't see
13
the 9
combo?
ball.
Is
You
it
can't see
too
He's
close to the
behind- He's too
14?
close to the 14. Yeah, Dennis got him in there. I think Keith is up because I think he just texted.
Did he? Hello, Keith.
Hey Keith, we're
Thanks for
bragging
tuning
about
in,
your,
buddy.
bragging on your table, buddy.
You must have yourself a nice, tough, tight table at home as well.
The table plays tight, but it just plays. I mean, I love that table.
Yeah.
I love mine. It plays real well, but my pockets are too big. His are just right. And, it was on it when they played in. I'm not sure what year that was.
Wow. Oh,
Now
goodness.
see, now Dennis is getting a little too comfortable. That was a very risky shot. I'm not going to argue with the best player in the world as what he's shooting, but if he does this, Rudy will run balls, and the whole ball.
I don't. Is it the whole ball or the,
The
base
whole
of the ball?
The base of the ball.
I think.
Yeah, you better ask Jack.
Yeah. If you wouldn't mind, will you have Jack look? I think it's just the base. I can't make that decision. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're not. I just like it better.
I like going from the 8 to the 7.
You?
He didn't.
He drained it.
He's gonna go back up for the 7.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm
what
trying
is?
to work my way down if I can. I don't want to go down and up and down and up if I don't have to.
He's got 2 balls, so he's going to come back for the 6. You can see the 4. That's the only saving grace. If he can slide down off the 4 and up against the 12 ball, which is right by the pocket, it's tough. He can't see that side of the 4. He can't see as you're looking at your screen, he can't see the left side of the 4 ball. I don't think. So see,
He can't see enough of the 9. Does he want to take the cut on the 6? That's risky, I think.
Well, he's gonna take a cut at the 9. Oh no, he's not. From the screen, it doesn't look like he can see it. Oh, this is risky. This is so risky.
Yeah, I think he was realizing that.
Yeah, he's just. And you see, if he kicks in the 12 ball, I believe
I think he has to kick the 4 out.
the 9 ball will bank, so he can't do that.
I feel like he has to kick the 4 ball out of there and drag the cue ball down somewhere near the 11 and the 13.
Just bank the 4 and try to lay the cue ball on top of the ball that's just above the 12, just above the pocket. If you can come up on top of the ball on the right side of it, and it lays. Well, no, it doesn't lay pretty nice for that. It's a tough shot. He's got to put a lot of right spin, and spin on top of the 11 ball is what it is, as you see this angle.
Let's watch it from this angle because I want to see how it acts coming off this rail. Oh, he's shooting at the 5.
Yeah, because I don't think you can see the enough of the 4 ball.
Imagine if he'd have drawn that ball another 2 inches, there would be no
yeah.
question. He'd be on the run.
Or if he would have followed down for the 9. He had options. He had a lot of options. And I think, that's a place where a lot of players, and like Rudy, myself, a lot of...
He is going for the cut.
What we might want to call shortstop players. Nice shot, Rudy.
Handled it very well.
Well, he was forced into it, and he came out okay.
That puts Rudy on 6. That leaves Dennis 1 in the hole.
Is he going to try to come all the way over for this ball?
I'd come back over for the 10.
Yeah, he's going to try it. And he just made the last
he
one.
might
Might as well make this one.
He made the 6. If he can make the 6, he should be able to handle this. I believe that puts him on the hill as far as ball count.
Rudy wins this game. He might jump through the roof. He'll be so excited to beat Dennis one game.
Who wouldn't?
Match. Oh, yeah. And he did.
I'm looking at his face. I'm looking at his face through the booth.
See,
he's not showing any emotion.
Yeah. Now, if I was Rudy, I would quit.
I would quit.
Quit right now.
I broke even with Dennis. We both went 1-1.
That's right. I'd forfeit the rest of the match. I'm kidding, of course, but I can just tell you, Rudy is so excited right now. And this is why you have players like Rudy, myself, guys that don't expect to be able to beat guys like Dennis and Tony Chohan and Alameda. We're not at that. We're not there.
Oh wow, that's the closest we've seen to a ball going in on the break. And prior to that would have been Rudy's break. Rudy was the closest up until now.
Right there, you rather wish he made it because you have to make it.
It's as good as his now.
It's as good as his. You have to make it for him.
Now let me ask you something, because you obviously play the game and you know that I don't, at least not too often. And I'm not asking this for cheater's sake or encouraging anything. Is there a way to manipulate the rack to ensure that a ball heads towards your corner?
I have no idea. I just rack them as perfect as I can. I've never been one to manipulate the rack or even know how to manipulate
I wonder if
the
there's
rack.
a way to maybe gap something at the back to where it forces that corner ball toward your hole.
People say that he's missed the ball.
I think he's
perfect.
perfect.
A nice shot. He's perfect. Yeah. I've heard that there is from but you have to be just a real
Mechanic.
I think people just make mistakes and they blame rack manipulation when they just hit the rack wrong.
Rail first. Put it right back in the stack.
Let's see. Now, if Rudy can see the 11, I'd like to come off the 11 and come right back into the stack. And I think he can.
I think at this point, Dennis now, if he didn't already know, I think Dennis now realizes Rudy's no schmuck.
Well, he realizes that Rudy's not going to allow him 2 and 3 mistakes a game. Because he can make balls. He can run balls. I don't believe he will outmaneuver Dennis.
That's a tall order for anybody.
Yeah, he will shoot well. If you give him opportunities, he's going to make balls. Good player. But he just...
Yeah, we've only, out of the years we've known each other, we've only run into each other one time, and it was in a 9-ball tournament.
With Rudy?
Yeah. And I remember coming out on top, and I remember thinking, I probably wasn't supposed to win that match.
I have an idea of how you play, and like I said, Rudy's game has come up for a while now. It's been on the rise because he plays a lot. So it all depends if he's been playing a lot or not. And I think that holds true for most players.
I haven't played much since. I don't think I've played at all actually since Las Vegas versus Arizona back in January.
Stick him inside between those balls. Oh no, he didn't. I thought he'd get right in that little gap between is it the 7 ball?
The 4 and 15.
The 4 ball, yeah. The 4 and that 14 ball at the bottom of the stack there. But I guess he would be. He's got the shot. Looks like you can see the 11.
Can you bank that 11? I don't know if I can switch cameras in time. No.
Yes.
He can get it close enough to his hole and protect it.
This is one pocket, folks. You put that ball in front of the hole and protect it.
He's really making Dennis think.
Yeah.
Dennis has had to stop and do this a lot so far.
Yeah.
Dennis hasn't just gotten up and fired like we expect a lot from him.
Dennis, playing this caliber of player, which I don't think Dennis does very often, unless he's given huge handicaps, you have a tendency of expecting them to fold a little bit.
I understand.
And Rudy won't fold.
Rudy's going to thrive on it.
Yeah, he's not going to fold.
Rudy wants this. Rudy knows he's got nothing to lose, and Dennis may or may not feel like he has everything to lose.
Going to stick him right back in the stack right there. Although, take a look at those 2 balls. They might be dead.
The 14-2 bank shot?
No, never mind. It looks a lot better on the screen than it does. It could go off the ball in front of the pocket.
I was looking at the possible 14-2 bank shot into that 7. But yeah, he's looking at your shot now. Oh, now he's moving over toward mine.
Well, it's okay. I don't call any shots. I try to figure out the opportunities that he does have.
That 14-2 might... Well, no, because then he's kind of selling out the 11 probably.
And the 1 ball makes it impossible to play that combo into the 7 ball. He's going to have to give up the ball here or take a scratch.
play off the 4 and pocket his 11?
He doesn't want to open balls up, I can tell you that. He's going to cut the 4, it looks like. Yeah.
Oh,
He tried to take it out. Yeah. That was natural. So, see.
But now the shot on the 11 is still there.
I would stop it. I'd just stop the cue ball and bank
the
the
4?
Yeah. I don't know how froggy he's feeling, but I don't see him playing good shape. See, that's exactly what he's looking at. He's just getting a better angle on the 4 ball so that he can hold the 4 ball underneath the 6 and not let it get away. He didn't come up enough. Now, if he shoots at this ball, it might give up. A ball, but he might just go off the ball and get behind the 7 ball.
He may bank this and leave this cue ball right up at the head of the table. Leave the cue ball up top, maybe get behind.
See, there you go.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, he might just bank this and get behind that.
That was smart.
Open
he moved a
the
couple
stack.
balls toward his hole, opened things up a little bit.
If Dennis can see the 3 ball, Rudy has problems. If he can't see it, Dennis has problems.
Well, I don't think he can see much, or
Nope.
if any of that 3.
I wonder, it's kind of funny. That 7 ball does bank, but it's not a bank that very many players go after. Because he's going to flat sell out. He doesn't have to get shape. He could bump into the 6 and not have a shot. He's still in a little bit of trouble here. I wouldn't have a problem kicking. Well, no, because he gives up a bank on the 7 ball.
He may have to just put all his effort into banking that 7.
Mm-hmm. Or just
play the window and take the cue ball up table.
That or push the balls up and get the cue ball right next to the 3 ball on the rail, like that, just like that. Now, see, there's
No
a shot
chances.
here that I like. I like him shooting that 2 ball.
The bank.
Yeah, the bank. If he's off the rail and he can English the ball with low English, he goes right between the 12, the 7, and that gap right between the ball on the line and then the 2 balls underneath it. He goes right between that for shape on the 7, but he can't. He'd have to elevate way too much, too risky. I would probably just move the 7 ball and take that cue ball up by. Is that the 10 ball up there?
That's the 10 ball up by the upper right side.
Try to put him up against the 10 ball if possible, and bank the 7 probably into the 1. Kind of like that. Just got to get there.
Did he sell out a bank on the 10?
It looks like he sold the bank out on the 14. Whatever ball is in front of him.
That's the 14, yes. But to me, the 10 ball actually looks better.
He's got to make sure.
I don't know if he can get that 14 through traffic, can he?
No, he bump it into the ball. If you get the cue ball on the rail, he likes it. His cue ball should be, well, actually, it's going to track towards the side pocket. So that could be dangerous. Yeah, Dennis is in a little bit, he might have to just move this ball and get down there again. See, and plus the balls actually favor Rudy's side. See how he's got more open shots to go? He's got the balls really favor his side.
He doesn't want to tie them up and unfavor them.
No, but he did.
But he doesn't want to do that either. That
away.
little slip right there. Let's see what it costs him.
That was a 2-inch error.
That was a similar slip to what happened in rack number 1.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
if there's anyone in the world that can run 7 balls in one pocket, this guy is definitely one of them.
Mm-hmm. He'll probably come straight across and get on the 1 ball. Well, you might even bump the 15, but I think he'll come straight across. He's on the 1. And he'll probably play the same shot to get on the 15. But he wants to get a little different angle so he can come down towards the bottom. I don't think he's going to mess with the 2 balls.
You don't think he'll mess with the 5 or the 8?
Not yet. Not yet. because I think better dividends down here on the bottom, especially if he gets. Well, now he's going to have to mess with those because it's too hard to get on the 2 by itself.
I think you could just kind of naturally stun above the
I
both
wonder
of
if the
them.
3 ball goes by them. Doesn't look like it.
I think you can just naturally stun above them both.
And he's got a shot. He's got 5 balls.
He does.
Playing for 3.
I could see him getting 1 for sure. Where are the other 2?
He could draw this.
Is he
He
going
could
to
play-
draw
he could
2
it to
rails for the
rail.
5?
Yeah, 2 rails for the 5. Now, he
And
could
then
try
what,
to just
though?
lay it on the rail for the 7.
What about the 14-9-4 combo?
I'm going to let my opponent shoot if I get a ball hanging. He could follow this and get on the 2 ball.
He's looking
His
at.
cue ball's
he's
going to
looking
run
at.
right into that ball just above the 3.
He's looking at playing shape at a bank on the 12. The ball above the 3 here. I think that's what he was just pointing at.
I think he's looking at that to stop him. If he plays this ball and runs the cue ball there, it should bump into it and be straight in on the deuce. Oh,
He got through that window.
he went through there.
And still 6 balls. So a 5-ball run. One little mistake from Rudy cost him 5, at least so far. And now Dennis has the opportunity to keep control.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's not super easy to me anyhow from here.
No, there's
Maybe you
nothing-
see something.
nothing easy. He could bank the 7 ball. If he wants to take any chances, I'll just bank the ball. Not really try to make it, but bring it down where he puts it close to his hole. So Rudy has to take it out, and then he gets a free bank on. Is that the 4
The-
ball?
the
up on
four-
top of
the 5,
Yeah.
the
Then we
5.
have a free bank on the 5.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't
playing
think
a
about
shot
that.
ahead.
No, you're right.
He's just going to take balls away. And this is what the top players do very well is they don't leave balls in front of your hole unless they have straight in shots. You know, they just
I don't know if
when they're dead serious, they're not going to give you a chance to get out.
As Rudy approached the table, he made a facial and head gesture that was kind of like, damn it, like he
lost his
was,
position.
like he knew he had a
Yeah.
chance and,
Yeah.
and threw it away and
He did.
got punished for it, and now he's in a bad spot.
Yeah, he lost his position on all the balls that favored him and stuff. He just, it's just slipping away. With this game, it's slipping away. This is a nice shot. He was one of
Overcooked it just a
that could-
touch.
now
Look at the cue ball.
That could have caught that point of the side pocket and done some damage.
Could have
he
caught
hit
it in a
it
good
pretty hard.
way and hugged the rail the whole way down
Oh, if
too.
he
I've
caught the
seen
high
that.
point, yes,
Yeah,
the high
yeah.
point. But I'm talking about the low
The low
point,
point,
which
yeah,
he
that
just
could've-
missed, and that could have run into those balls. But coulda, woulda, shoulda. He just wants to bank it over into the balls again, right back. Oh, I wouldn't do that because that puts a ball on Dennis's side. And I see Dennis has a shot here to bank this 5 ball if he wants.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, he's looking at the 4 ball pretty close. He doesn't want to open those balls up because a simple mistake or a good shot by Rudy, he could find position on those balls and he could, make up some distance in the score. Well, that worked out to his advantage.
Sorry, give this a second.
If he could just roll up to that ball on the rail, he'd be all right. Right there, because nothing really goes to the hole unless he gives up the shot on the 14. But the 4-14 is doubled up if he's that's where he's going, right to the 3 ball. Now see, he did give him a shot on the 14, and now it looks like he might have room to bank this.
To bank which ball now?
Bank the 14 ball.
Have some fun with it.
There you go. Yep, right there. Oh, you came down.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, because he has to hit it with speed, and it could come back in front of his hole or mess those up.
Sorry, they can't see that on
So
screen yet.
there's no reason for Dennis to take chances right now. He'll get a shot sooner or later, and he just needs 3 balls. He had to spot 1, so the score's off by 1.
Thank you. What's the score?
5-1.
Okay.
Ball count.
Sorry, I was getting another program loaded here.
You've been working hard on that.
I want to see if we can have a little extra fun here. Now that I got you in the booth too, it kind of gives me a second to get this thing working.
Play with lines.
Yeah. I don't want to. What are we looking at here? What's Rudy gonna do?
Well, he doesn't have much. I would just try to get the cue ball. See how effective the players get the cue ball on the rail on the bottom, on the base rail, on the foot rail.
Right there.
Right there. It's always there, or where they have to elevate so high that it really decreases their accuracy. And so he's got another shot here on the 4 ball if he wants it. But he'll probably bank that one or the one underneath it. Except the one underneath could possibly get a
kiss on the cross, yeah.
On the cross, yeah.
And I think the 4 is what he's looking at there. I drew the line a little wrong, but forgive me. I'm playing with a new piece of software here. Kind of cool to have that, though.
Looks like he's playing the ball above it.
He's playing a 7?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know it went by the 9. It grazed the 9. It kissed the 9.
And almost went in. Well, he's got to give it up and put him on 6 again. I don't see anything else. Because if he takes it out, tries to take it out, and doesn't, it's over. And this will get 3 balls from there 9 out of 10 times.
I think that Telestrator is going to get me in trouble if I try to play with it too much during this stream. We'll just avoid that for now.
Well, this is the time to practice with it because you have to get good with it sooner or later.
Yeah, but I don't want to practice with it during the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
I'll practice at home in my spare time.
Okay. Or some of the little matches.
Yeah,
you might stream
some little local
matches.
match or something.
Sure. But when you have Dennis Orcollo and Rudy Alameda playing.
Yeah, we don't want to mess around too much.
In the U.S. Open. This is their 3rd match. Rudy has won his first 2 matches, and I think he won 4-0, 4-0.
Dennis has been hitting balls all day long. And he's, going from table to table to table. And then he has a match and he plays, and then when he's done, he goes to another table and plays and plays.
Well, we both know he's not happy with his finish at Buffalo's, which just took place last weekend, I believe. The biggest money.
Is that the one Tony won and Scott got second in?
That's the biggest money tournament ever in one
How
pocket.
did Dennis do in that?
I think he got 4th or 5th.
Didn't, I believe Evan Lunda finished 3rd?
Evan Lunda finished, it was Scott, no.
Maybe I'm wrong about that. I just remember Tony and Scott in the end.
Who did Scott play to get into the finals to face Tony? I think that was Justin Hall. So I think Justin Hall finished
actually,
3rd.
You know what? I think you're right. I
think Justin Hall finished 3rd. Who's here at this tournament? And
Evan.
And
Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis are all here.
I tried to get Scott here. I talked to him a couple days ago.
I did the same. I didn't talk to him, but I kind of made it known to people he was talking to that, come on out, Scott. I even said, look, dude, I played you in 2005 in the U.S. Open at the Plaza, and I want to do it again. I'm ready for you again.
I've been practicing.
No, just I get along well with Scott. I think I do. And so I hope he would see the humor in that.
Yeah, he said he was taking a little bit of time off. He's been playing some back-to-back events, and he's been doing pretty good. And I know he's got a clinic coming up with John Brumback.
It's this weekend.
Is it this weekend?
It's this weekend. John Brumback, they have 16 players coming in.
I saw the price on that, $125 for 4 hours or more. Are you serious with the amount of knowledge?
What a nice shot.
That is a steal at that price.
What a nice shot. This ball banks. This 2-ball banks. And he might be able to get shape on the 1.
I just received word, Tony, Scott, Justin. So Justin did get 3rd. You were right, sir. And big
And
shout out
he-
to our
look
pal
at
back
this,
in
look at
Arizona,
this.
Mr. Joey Ryan,
Hey, Joey.
Pool Player Podcast. I think he's also one of the
Oh, I
Booth
missed the
brothers
last
or
one.
something.
Yeah,
I can't
him,
keep up anymore.
Mark,
Molina Mike?
Molina Mike and Mark, is it Mark Wilson? I forget his last name. Nice guy. He's a commentator in the United Kingdom. Wears the glasses and stuff. And
Mark
he's-
Gray?
No, not
No,
Mark
it wouldn't
Gray.
be Mark. I don't know. I'm drawing
Yeah,
a blank.
it's-
I haven't been able to
I'd
keep
never
up
heard
with
of him
anything.
until, in fact, Joey was very gracious one time. I was online with them. They were doing, I think, the first Booth Brothers podcast they were doing.
Uh-huh.
And Joey saw that I was watching, and he said, "Oh, here's George. You know, he's like you, Mark. He commentates, blah 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 blah." And gave me a couple of nice compliments, which I really appreciated. I make the mistake of reading some
Look
of the
at
bad
this.
ones.
Look at this.
this shot
Wow.
on YouTube every once in a while.
Can you get that out of there? I don't know.
I don't think so. You're gonna have to put him on set.
Maybe not from that angle.
gonna have
He
to
might
put
be
him
able
on
to
seven.
spin it out, but if he does, I think it double kisses and still sells out. That's what he's looking at. He's looking at spinning into it.
Okay.
He pointed at that point anyway.
Before trying to do
He did
that,
it again. You see where he's
so far he needs all the balls, and even if he shoots perfect, it makes the one gets shape on the 12, and runs both those balls. He still, well then he can make the 5 to scratch. He got it out. Where's the cue ball going?
Who
What a
cares?
shot.
Just don't leave that as a shot.
Oh, he left the shot.
Well,
It was a nice bank shot, but
He's
has
gotta
to
earn it.
He's got to have to earn it.
that was a nice takeout from
Yeah,
Rudy.
it was. It was a very nice takeout. Good job, Rudy.
Cue ball's a little unpredictable, and I think it's going to be that way for pretty much anyone that shoots it at that
Sure.
speed with that spin. You're kind of leaving a little bit to chance, but he did well.
He's just gonna hit this and bring the cue ball back.
Drunk.
He needs.
Isn't that it?
No,
Why
he
do I
needs
have him
one.
on 7? Did he have to
He
spot
needs
one? Okay. Not
No,
sure.
Rudy, you were assuming that that ball was on deposit that he took out. And
Oh,
now
you know
it's
what
hit.
happened was I gave Dennis credit for a ball that
Rudy
made. Yeah. That one right there sealed it up. Okay.
That was a nice back-to-back banks for Dennis, up from the middle there.
Rudy being very respectful, saying nice bank, good shot.
I would have said the same thing, but I would have added the word jerk at the end. In humor, of course, and laughed.
I'm gonna
so
take
that you get a kick
take
out
a
of it.
quick 15 seconds and think.
PremierBilliards.com. Exceptional cues, cases, and accessories from top-tier brands. Want it? Need it? Find it. PremierBilliards.com.
Yeah, big thank you to Rick Sinclair and Chris England with Premier Billiards for their support of this event and the channel. You guys are awesome. I think you've actually dealt with Rick.
Rick, what's his
Rick
last name?
Sinclair. Oh no, I'm sorry.
I
That
don't-
was Thor.
I don't
apologize.
think so. I don't. Premier Billiards, is that
They're located in Florida, I believe.
okay? Is it like Omega? Is it big
It's.
billiard shop?
I mean, nothing against
Full
Premier.
service?
They're not as big as Omega.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, along those same
Along
lines,
the
they
same
can get
lines,
you
yeah,
anything you want for virtually the same price.
Okay.
And Rick and Chris are super awesome guys, super easy to deal with.
They're on the
And
other side
Mike
of the
Mike
country.
Wang as well with,
Yeah.
with Omega. I've got nothing bad to say about them. But
Oh,
Premier
got-
has been very, very supportive of myself
Mm-hmm.
and this channel, so I want to give a big thank you to them.
I see one of your sponsors is JB Cases, and I got to tell you,
Uh-oh.
no, this is good. I get a kick out of John Barton when he's sitting there on his Wednesday night raffles.
Getting drunk?
Yes,
Getting
and he's doing
wasted?
shots and having fun, and it is a riot. I'll
It's
sit there and
funny.
I'll watch. It is funny. He comes up with some good ones every so often.
He was drinking something
It's
the other
funny.
night, or he
Oh,
almost
he almost
threw up
puked.
on
Yes, I
screen, and
believe I
his wife
saw
ran and got him some Gatorade. He's like, I don't even care what it is, just get me something. This is horrible.
And I mean, they must go through 30 or 40 cases.
They
that
sell
evening,
quite a
and
few.
They do all right. You know.
I
And
assume
some
you're going to
guys
be here
get some
tomorrow. I'll
bargains.
show you. I just
Yeah.
got a case in the mail from him yesterday.
Okay. I have a JB case.
I got a very
leather
nice
one.
custom tweed case.
I have a leather butterfly, 4x8.
That's what mine is.
Okay.
It's got leather sides, but the rest of it's tweed. And I had it, instead of two or three pockets in the front, I had the one main magnetic pocket up top,
Uh-huh.
the small one. And then I had a long pocket put at the bottom so I can put my jump butt in there without having to break it down, the butt to my jump cue.
What's Dennis going to do here?
And he did a great job with it.
He's got it straight. You see the left pocket?
Based on that shot,
nope, that's
he's
not
the
his
right
pocket.
pocket.
That's right. Is he going to go off this 11 ball and back into the stack, or is he going to try to bank this 8 ball? I don't like that because that cue ball is going to track to the upper left-hand corner pocket. See the angle on it?
Mm-hmm.
If he hits it a little thicker than he wants to, it's going to track right at that pocket. Oh, he hit it real thick, so no, it didn't track to the pocket. But if he's making the ball, that cue ball's going that way. Now I see a lot of players shoot that, and they don't take into consideration that that could scratch. So when you're shooting that shot, put a little inside English on it, overcut the ball by just a hair. That way it gets your cue ball to open up.
Again, you know you're doing all right when you've got Dennis Orcollo thinking. I don't know I'm not quite sure what the right shot is here. That's kind of what's going through his head, maybe. Usually he's automatic. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do.
His choice here is to cut the 3 ball, which he may or may not do, and come around the table 3 rails for position on the 8.
That would be a beautiful shot. Coming around that 15.
Yep.
Oh.
See, that's where he was going. He was trying to come out. That was a tough shot, especially on tight tables. You've got to be so precise when you hit that shot. It actually worked out very good for Dennis where that cue ball ended up.
Mm-hmm. Rudy really can't do much.
If he does open it up like the way I think he was playing it, where he hits in front of the side pocket, he gives up the 15. Or the 1. What would you do here, Ben? I think I give him this ball and try to put the. Oh,
wow.
Now,
I don't think
he does
I'd
this
do
very
this.
well, but I wouldn't be doing it in this match.
He hit pretty good, though. I mean, for what he was.
He's been doing that for years. He spears the ball when instead of using the bridge.
So that's the
And
replay.
I don't think I've seen him miss maybe more than once ever. He kicking this 15 out. He's got to be careful because he could give up the 11.
Let's go back here. Can't quite tell what he's looking at or thinking. Maybe thin the 4, play the cue ball behind the 11.
He could bank the 8 ball into the stack and take the cue ball up by the 15. Oh, you don't want to do that. Rudy's off to the races.
That wasn't part of the game plan.
Now,
Rudy should get at least 3, I
is
think.
that 14-12 dead? Do you see it lined up on the line?
Oh, I do.
If you can get on this 15,
I think it's a little short.
It looks like it is short because it looks like it's right on the line of the rack, which means it would be short.
It might throw, but I think you're right. Maybe he was trying to.
Oh, look at
no.
this.
Jeez, he had an opportunity.
Well,
not only did he.
There's a good example of getting an opportunity and trying to. Fortunately, there's not much to shoot at for Dennis. He's probably going to bank the 15 ball. Let's see if he tries to take that cue ball off the bottom rail into the 1. Or is he going to 2 rail? Well, the 11 ball up in the middle of the head rail there by the 8, I think is in the way if he 2 rails the ball.
I think just for kicks, he went to see if that 15 would cut. He just walked over to the side to almost to see if the 15 would go. Yeah.
Well, the thing about that shot.
See, this is why I needed someone in the booth who knows the damn game.
Now, he may have a shot on this 3 ball, but he won't protect it if he puts it in front of the hole. See what I'm saying? Exactly. So they don't usually shoot those shots.
And if that's frozen to the 13, I think it tracks into the 8 or the corner pocket.
I think you're right.
I don't think there's much value in shooting at that unless he's just going to try to rearrange something. This is the type of shot I've seen somebody. Okay, I thought he was going to shoot the stack full. I've seen where they've shot at the stack, and 12 balls have moved, and not one of them made it to the rail. They all just kind of slowly spread and lose energy on each other. And it's like you almost feel like you have to blast it. But he just played the thin way and still got the rail, so he's good.
Now it's easy to bank the ball over to his side. Oh no, he's doing something down here on the bottom. I thought he'd bank the 15. Oh, I see what he's doing. No
Does
rail.
he get a
There's
rail?
There's a rail.
Five
I thought he was
ball,
going to come off
five
the
drop.
15 ball and bank it to his side and put the cue ball into the stack. And then he kicked it to Spall instead. And it looks like he's got him hooked up. So I don't believe the 14 goes past the 9. 14 is just below the cue ball, right by the 8 there in the bottom of the rack. So you can't cut that in. Now you could come off the, is it the 5 that's almost on the spot? You could
Yes.
come off the 5 with right-hand English and come underneath the 2.
Can you hit the 5 that full?
Can you hit the 5 that thin? Is this the 5 or is that the 4?
Oh, I see. You're right.
Ball on the spot.
See, I forgot how to look at things.
And see now, see how you start thinking. Some players will start thinking about doing this and doing that, and all of a sudden, and Alex is a great example. Dennis is a great example. Scott's great. They'll just do something real simple, like just come off the ball and lay it on the bottom rail.
Yeah.
Nothing special. Nothing special.
And here we are looking for something amazing that we have to pull off, and
but
they.
Rudy's doing a good job of protecting that ball in front of his hole. And he's doing a very good job of it. Now, can Dennis bank that ball on the head rail, which is right, the one almost in the middle of
The 11 ball?
Yeah, and put the cue ball on the rail.
Just leaving the 15 and the 11 in
Right,
line?
leaving them-
Or the 10 and the 11,
Yep.
excuse me?
Yep. Because it looks like the cue ball.
Well,
will
he's
track
got about
right at
two
it.
and a quarter, 2.5 inches of room of error.
He doesn't have to. Yeah,
He
doesn't
comes
have
out.
very much air.
He comes out of that
But
stripe,
do
and
you see the line of the cue ball coming off?
oh
the
yeah,
ball?
absolutely.
It tracks right.
It's
through
right.
it.
It's perfectly natural.
But
Doesn't
see-
take a foul.
This is what patient players do. Is they just don't take any chances.
This is the very first time we've seen both players at -1.
They just don't take any chances. That's taking a chance when you're banking that ball. Huh?
Temporarily. Not for long. Not for long.
Now Rudy's faced with a little. He doesn't want to move the ball in front of his hole. He wants to find a way to protect it. Just bourbon. Yeah. Is my voice getting that cranky?
No, we have a server here, so I wondered if I know you like to have a little sip of something when you commentate.
What tequila do you have?
Casamigos?
Do you have their añejo?
I don't, I just have a reposado. Or I have like 1800, Monte Cuervo, Valesco, Patron, Don Julio.
Do you have it? I'll have the Don Julio.
Don Julio Silver.
Yeah.
Thank you, Narelle.
See what happens when I'm doing commentary is my voice starts getting gravelly or a
Little raspy?
little weak, little raspy. Yeah. And what you just did by giving me a shot. Is how
I
take care of
remember.
it.
I remember. I've paid attention to the times we've
Yeah.
commentated before, and I know you're not drinking to get drunk. You're doing
No,
it because
no,
it helps your
it's just-
throat.
It really does.
That's why I do it
laugh
too,
at
for
me
my
and they
throat.
Say, oh,
That's
yeah,
why.
sure. You just want but being perfectly honest, that shot will last me. If I was doing like 2-3 matches in a row, it'll last me through 2 matches, possibly 3, because I drink it just a little drop, 1 or 2 drops, just to coat my throat.
Yeah.
Look at this.
What
he found a dead one
in
and
the
he came
world
back
just
into it.
happened?
He found there was that 7 ball was dead.
I think
and-
5 balls went moving there,
Yeah.
and he sold out if he missed.
No,
Sold out.
he didn't.
So the
He's
one would
doubled
have
up.
passed. No, I'm saying
I don't
if
think
he would have
the one
missed, I
goes.
think.
No, I think he's doubled up. It looks like it.
I feel like the one can go by the deuce,
Hey,
but
Doug,
we'll call it a tie.
does the one go by the deuce? Does the one go by the deuce? It does? Okay, no, you were right. Never mind.
I've never heard that before. Say it again?
What, never mind?
No, the other part.
You're right?
Yeah, that one.
Why would I ever say that? I'm not your wife.
Oh, I can't ever do anything right there. No, I got lucky. I got a good one.
Yeah, it's funny when every once in a while, just kidding around with my spouse, I'll also sit there and say, "Did you just say I'm right? Are you feeling okay?"
Yeah.
And Dennis is gonna make quick work of these.
I think
already
the
got
count
three.
is right. Can you see how many are in the trap?
He's got four down underneath, and
And
he's
he
got
owes
three he's
one.
looking at, and he owes one, and he can bank the deuce too.
he's got
So he'll
three.
probably get these three. No, he won't.
Oh, he's putting the knife on this one. Oh, never mind. He might bank the deuce.
He'll bank the deuce.
I was going to say, if the 2 wasn't there, he might
it's
just...
awful tight because these
into that
tables
3.
don't turn real well. They do turn, and they play very, very nice, but they don't turn quite that much.
Oh,
He's going to go for that. I don't think he goes for that. He will take that ball out.
I think he might be afraid of the double kiss. He can take it out, yes, but I think if he takes it out, he wants to put it in his hole.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the double kiss
Well, I
is
would go
right
ahead
there.
and just take
He's
the
going to
cue ball
stiffen
as
this
high as
up at
possible.
100 miles an hour.
Think so?
I think so. I think he's playing inside to stiffen it. Cheat it as much as he can.
Well, let's see. Even so, even if he's trying to stiff it, he can still
Let's
get a
look from
double
here.
kiss on it.
It's
Yeah,
almost
he can't-
tough to cue that far left with the 3
He
there.
can't turn it. So this ball banks. He's trying to get the cue. If he banks this, he's going to get the cue ball behind the deuce.
My cameras are going to go crazy. They can't figure out which way to go. I'm trying to bring the best angle.
How many cameras do you have out there?
On this match, 2. We have another one on the
And
side.
now, when we're here, this is what the viewers are seeing.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and the left side of the screen is just a preview screen where I
Okay,
can mess around
gotcha.
or do ads, commercials, stuff like that. Queue up things for later. You can see we got the other camera angle on the left. So
Yeah.
just in case I want to, all I have to do is hit a button. Bam. There's the other
Yeah.
angle.
I'm new to Ben's Benny Breaks TV
This
in
is-
the booth.
I do
And
believe-
See, there's that kiss.
I do believe this is the same software. Didn't you work with Junior?
Once.
I think
Once
we-
or twice.
I think
we did commentary on Rudy's match. Rudy and
Oh,
Ron
that's right.
Ratan. He came over. They played at my house, and Junior and I sat in the backyard on the back porch and had a good time watching these Preacher Ron and Rudy play. He's going for this. He's just going to double them up on top. Yeah. Well, see, the problem is Rudy is behind in the ball count. He probably would have been better off just making the 8 and bringing another ball down table, so he could be more of a threat if Dennis makes a mistake.
If
So
Dennis
right now-
makes a what? Does he
What?
do that?
Well, we've seen him make a couple, and Rudy has cashed in on one game,
I
so
know,
he must
I
have made a
know.
mistake.
Playing Rudy, please come see me now.
I see him all the time, but it's still kind of crazy being next to like the #1 money player in the world. You guys won more money this year than I'll see in 10 years probably.
Now, see, I kind of like shooting this ball in front of the spot there and taking the cue ball behind the
The deuce.
deuce.
So you're gonna play the 13 about pocket speed.
But just to make sure
Just
I get
enough
the cue
to get
ball,
the 2.
Get the cue ball behind the deuce.
Yeah.
That's what I'm playing more than anything is the cue ball behind the 2 ball.
You could get real good, make the 13, and push the 2 at the same time.
See?
Oh my gosh, it went
This is
off
what I'm
the
saying,
3.
yeah. Yep. That's laying. It was laying nice for that. Either do that, but what he's focused on is doing what he did with the cue ball, and he'll be able to close the game out from there.
Yeah, he needs 2.
And this will give Dennis a 3-1 lead in games. And I believe it's Dennis's break.
I want to take a look at that replay again.
He played it off. See, all he was doing was the cue ball.
What a great shot.
Yeah.
Great shot from Dennis.
Okay, all you guys out there listening, Now, if you can tell the difference in my voice, you can hear it now. Watch what happens when I have a little shot of tequila, a little bit of tequila.
Little sip. I'm
Little
gonna,
sip.
just a little sip. I had a double sip.
Well, I guess you can't watch what happened, but you probably can hear what happened. Can you hear the difference?
You're a little cleaner.
It's a little cleaner, and it's actually a little deeper too.
You masculine monster, you.
I just I have to grease my throat with tequila.
Let's get the ball count right here. We're having fun, but we got to stay on top of things too. Dennis leading 3-1 in this race to 4. This is winner's side action. 10,000 added U.S. Open One Pocket Championships. Live from Griff's Billiards here in lovely Las Vegas. 41 players came out for the event. We had an auction. We will keep the auction amounts undisclosed on the live stream. However, we had one. And we have payouts as well. I didn't have them given to me, but I will have the tournament director text them over to me. Actually, maybe I did get them. I'll give you guys the payouts on the tournament.
And Jack Murray is your tournament director. He's
There we
done
go.
a fine job of running tournaments here in Las Vegas. He did a great job of it in Tucson for the time he was there. So congratulations, Jack. I mean,
Yeah, Jack's doing great
how
things.
How much bigger do you get than run the U.S. Open?
He's running his own league out here now, too.
Yeah.
The MLB, or actually, he's got him and Jason Osborne have the MLB thing, MLB Productions, where they're hosting tournaments. I believe they're doing the Gunslinger $699,000 entry event that's coming up here pretty soon. But the payouts for this tournament: first place is $7,500, second place is $4,500, third place is $3,100, fourth is going to get $2,000, fifth and sixth will each get $1,200, seventh and eighth will each get $700, and then ninth through 12th will get $350 apiece.
That's
I didn't sit there and do the math, but I believe that's $13,150 in entry fees plus $10,000.
And look how deep they're paying. Sorry.
Yeah, they're paying out deep into the field too.
9th
which is
through
good.
12th, you make your entry fee back.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty sweet. Of course, from the elite players in the country or the world, they want to see that higher payout.
Yeah, they
on
want
first place. They want the $10,000-$15,000 payouts. Well, that's great for them, but that means that only 5% of the pool players are making any money.
You win the tournament and the auction, you get your 5-figure payday.
Yep.
We'll just say that.
Was that Rudy that just stepped away? Dennis is on
Dennis
the right
is,
side, right?
Dennis is coming to the table now. Yeah, Dennis
He's
is
got a nice bank on this ball by the side pocket.
a 12 ball.
Oh yeah.
Can't believe I can recognize the colors from right here. Usually I struggle so bad.
Let's see, and I wonder about the shots like this because to me, I'm automatic. I'm going to bank that 12 all day long. But Johan, Dennis, they all shy away from shots like this. They just do a better job with what they're doing here. But see, if he shoots the 12 and swings the cue ball over, he protects all the balls in front of his hole.
Yeah.
And it goes by the 9.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
this ties up Rudy. He can just bun up on the 8 and just stay right behind the 8. Double up on the 8 ball. Well, he went a step deeper and tried to get behind the 9. I don't think he did. I think he can see the ball on the foot rail, which means you'll remove both of them. No, he's just going to get behind him.
He's almost making Rudy move the 6.
That's when you get down there like that. That's exactly what you want to do. When you put the cue ball up against a ball like that, they have no other shot to shoot.
I would hate to have to move a ball away from my own hole.
I see, and being that far below it, if he was up off the rail a little bit, he could come off the 6 and then go 2 rails into the stack. But being this far, he's got to hit a lot of ball to do that. So he's just going to get up. He's probably going to end up giving up a bank on the 12 ball, and there it is, because he can run into the 8 ball with the cue ball.
Oh, the 10. Excuse me. I don't mean to
Whatever
correct
ball
you.
that is on the left side there. and or he can 2-rail the 8 and put the cue ball, but that just gives up a bank on the 10, so or the 5 or the 4, excuse me.
I think
The
he
ball-
banks the 10 into the 8 and back
Yeah,
into the
exactly.
stack.
He'll move the.
Oh no, it looks like he is
he's
crossing the
banking
10.
Uh-huh. He has to make sure he hits.
So he's got to hit the 8 full.
Yeah, and he can't go too far
He
over.
did. Did he turn it enough?
Perfect. Wow.
Good enough.
Wow, I thought he made that ball.
It's protected and it's probably too deep to get back out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's certainly protected and it's way in there. That ball's as good as Dennis's at this point.
I like to say that's on layaway or on deposit.
It's an escrow.
He's gonna He's gonna cash in on it sooner or later. Although we saw Rudy take one out. That
What do
was
you do?
just
What do you do here if you're Rudy?
Find a way to make it 12.
Find out.
to
Yeah,
10.
you have to.
That's exactly what he did. And he didn't want to come up with a rail because now he's giving up a nice shot on this 4 ball.
Well, it was good to find a way to make that ball. That's the second impressive ball of Dennis's that he's pocketed from an odd spot on the table. We saw earlier he pocketed a ball on the side and ran the cue ball down the long rail to take Dennis's ball out. So it's better to give up one than give Dennis a chance to run a lot more than one. He may
And now he gets to make another one for Dennis.
may have to do it again.
We'll just
Have you ever seen a game in an instance like this where your opponent has basically made every ball for you? Like if Dennis keeps hanging balls and Rudy has to keep taking them out.
one of the matches I just played, I think I made 3 or 4 balls for my opponent.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ended up winning the game, but I made 3 or 4 balls for my opponent. He kept putting them there, and I kept.
Who'd you play, Stevie Wonder? No, I'm just kidding. That was Steve Lingelbach.
Yeah, I don't know if that
Say-
was against him. It might have been the first match. But there
It's
was-
not
I just
important
remember,
who
I
it was
remember. No, it
against.
doesn't. It's
No, we don't need to
It-
drop
it
names,
was,
but
it was a player. It was just one of those situations where you make a lot of balls for the guy, but I had a big lead to begin with in the game.
sounds like what would happen if you and I played.
Oh, you probably beat me like a drum.
You'd have a
It's like
big
this.
lead and
And I'd leave your shot and you'd run out.
yeah, right. There was a day when I could run out. There used to be
I'm
a
not
time.
as consistent at pocketing balls now. I'm getting to a point where every shot's an adventure. I mean, there was one game where I wanted to go home and cry and just quit playing pool forever. I was straight in to the hole. All I had to do was make the ball in the pocket. It was like shooting a spot shot from the side pocket and follow the cue ball to the bottom rail for my next shot, and I'd be out. I missed the ball
Oh, jeez.
and didn't get the cue ball down. To the
You're
bottom
making me
rail.
want to cry.
Oh, I tell you, it was sick. And
But every time I screw my cues together, I want to cry.
I have that
Now.
happen a lot now, and I don't know if it's my age showing or what it is, but I find myself doing that, especially when I'm tired.
When I lived in Arizona, I was calling out everybody when I had, when they had their 8, 9, 10 rating system. I was calling out, every even when I was an 8, I was calling out every 9 I could. And now it's like most of the old school 7s could come in here and hand me my butt now. But priorities change, Started working more, started running a business, got married. The wife and I are even talking about spitting out a kid at some point.
There you go.
So we're priorities have definitely changed.
Yeah, pool becomes secondary, and you have to put it in that place.
I do realize that now that I don't rely on it in a sense, because at a time I was relying on it for a little bit of money here and there. I enjoy it much more now when I play. Even if I play bad, I'm having fun now rather than treating it like it was a job or like it was something I had to do. Now I just enjoy it more.
It's a good shot, Rudy. Kicked that ball out, and removed it, and caught a rail. I don't have a problem banking 3-rail, banking the 1 ball. But he's got a much. This shot might go in.
15-4.
Yeah, this might go in.
Oh, it went way long. It must have.
Well,
he must have had some introduction to that 7.
Yeah, he influenced the way that 4 ball traveled. It was lined up a little higher than that.
But again, look how many balls are now favoring Dennis.
Now see, when he removes
All but
this
one,
ball,
it seems like.
well, he's got a very strong position, and when he removes this ball, he gives up a bank on a 7. Unless he does that.
He still could cross bank.
Yep.
Can he beat the kiss with the 4? You can outspin it to the left. Or
I don't think so.
outside in English.
Well, we're going to find out. Unless that ball goes above the spot, or is that,
That 11 doesn't go, does it?
or is the 2 ball dead?
If the 11's not frozen to the 2, that might go. I'm not
Looks
sure
like
what
it's
he's
up
doing.
high.
Oh, maybe it's just a dead combo.
He's going to get behind this 4 ball. Yeah. Now he wanted to get behind.
Yeah.
He wanted to get behind there. But more importantly, he didn't want the 2 ball to come up and give up a return bank.
Yeah, that's a good call too.
But yeah,
You really only at 1 on ball count?
give up a return.
No, he's got 2. Excuse
No, he's
me.
got 2. Dennis has 2
I
balls.
thought I missed one.
You see, Rudy's in a lot of trouble here. If he takes out the 2 balls, he gives up a bank on the 2 balls in front of his hole.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes off the 5 and tries to get behind the deuce, I don't think he can do that. I don't think he can get there. I think he's asking a little too much, but that would be the shot. But even if he moves the deuce, because of the speed he has to hit that with, he's going to give up a return bank
What about shooting?
on the ball
Oh, no,
in
he
front of his
can't
pocket.
because it's too close to the 4.
And if
I don't
he-
even know if he can
if
play
he
off
doesn't
any of
freeze
that
him
3.
on the rail, the ball cuts in, and Dennis will be off to the races. And he just needs 1 game. So he's got nothing
Can
to
he
play with.
thin this 2 ball and take the cue ball up toward the upper left corner pocket in between the 9 and the 11?
I would softly kick the 2 ball and try to get it to come up off the rail a little bit to block
bank on the 4?
block the bank on the 4. It has to be done soft. It has to be hit very, very well.
He
He might
knows.
be asking too much.
He knows he's in a bad spot right now.
Oh yeah, he does.
So he is going to... What is he doing? I'm not even going to guess.
He's trying to bank it. Well, he's just going to go up there. He's going to try to leave him on the...
I don't think you think Dennis takes the 2 on right now?
No, I think he just goes ahead and banks the 4 ball into the
It
deuce.
goes, but it's not the...
If he can avoid
Oh,
the
maybe
scratch.
it doesn't. I don't know.
He's looking to see if he can avoid the scratch.
On what shot?
The ball in front of Rudy's pocket. No, he's going
the 4?
It's a big pocket, so he'll bank this
Oh,
all
that
day.
with the 8 ball, yeah. The
But
pocket's
see,
huge.
This is costly. I can't see the ball in front.
When he stands up, re-chalks, and then gets back down, that scares me. That tells me he's not taking this for granted. He is going to take his time. And in that case, the ball is as good as history.
Well, it didn't go.
It didn't go.
But look what he's done. He's doubled them up. Did not give up a shot. Now Rudy can. Oh, this is going to be tough. He's going to make the
giving
ball.
him the 8?
Yeah, he's going to be. He tried to give. He did give him the 8 and stuck him behind. Puts him on 3 balls. Excuse me.
I think Rudy's made all 3 of them.
He's made all 3 of
I
them.
think Rudy has.
Well, here he's done a good job. He's done a good job. He was fortunate that ball didn't go in. I thought he ginned it when he hit it.
Down into the foot rail and back up underneath the deuce.
Yep.
Or the 4, excuse me.
But he didn't get there. But see, he's faced with the same shot again. That little soft kick.
And I don't think he can see the ball on the spot. I think he's too close to the...
Well, it looks like Rudy's going to try to put him up by the side pocket.
Can he see the 11 and possibly stun down, to the right side of the 2?
He could draw it right into the hole.
I can't tell how close he is to the 4. Yeah, he can see the 11, so he
can
could
see
stun
it.
down if he wanted to.
Yeah, but he could also draw it right into the hole.
He could. You're absolutely right.
So
Or
he's
if
just
nothing,
trying to get up there.
yeah, as I say, if nothing else, just get to that long rail.
And by spotting that ball, he protected the balls on his side. So actually, that was a pretty
He
wide shot to
protected one
pocket
of
the
them.
ball
He can kick that 7 out of there and
Well,
probably end up
underneath.
still on the left long rail.
The speed better be real good, and the cue ball's got to get back, because if he hits it hard
gotta
enough
get a
to
rail.
pocket, to hit a rail with a 7, he's hitting it hard enough to possibly scratch.
He may not have to hit the rail with the 7. If he kicks the back of the 7, the cue ball goes into the 4, then the cue ball tracks into the left long rail still.
That's one theory.
Could happen.
And the other thing is he could kick the 7. He's not doing that.
He's not going to do anything we
He's
say
gonna
because
scratch.
he's Dennis
He's going to two-rail
Orcollo.
this ball, then do those 2 and bring the cue ball down. There you go.
And then
Now look at what he has. Rudy can't go up table because he's got a combo that's dead to the hole. The 15 and the 13, or in front of the side pocket there, appears to be dead to the hole, either off the deuce or straight in. So he can't go. If he goes up table, Dennis is going to eat him alive. He's going up table. He's trying to bank this ball.
I think he's just got I think he's putting all his
That's
eggs in
not
this
gonna happen.
basket right here. He might bank
Well-
combo. No.
Oh, did he triple
Did
him
he
up?
get away with
He might
that?
have tripled them up, and he doubled them up on the ball in front of. He protected the ball in front of his
Did
hole.
he just get away with
What
that?
a shot! That actually worked out rather well.
I still feel like Dennis can see this combo. I don't think the one's in his way. If it is,
Well,
I wouldn't. No,
well, he's
maybe I
gotta
wouldn't
worry
be.
about the side pocket.
Come on, Dennis, jump the edge of the 1.
He's not.
Does the
Dennis-
one go?
He's not jumping any balls. No. Maybe off the deuce. But he's giving up 4 balls if it doesn't.
I think the 1 might go right in between everything. He wouldn't play a 3-ball combo. The 1 did go right in between everything. Oh my
wow.
gosh. What a shot, Dennis.
If the 1 went, we know that this ball here by the 12 ball right next to the 9 goes. And there's position on the deuce. Maybe not. It catches a piece of the 9.
I just want to see it from this angle and see where that 13 goes. I thought it
See,
might drain.
There's the combo, yeah. The combo was on. Yeah. Well, Rudy had a great time
Game,
playing
set, match.
Dennis. But
Yeah, Dennis needs 2. Rudy knows it.
he needs 2, and
I
he'll
think we're
just
going to see a
pocket this and get on
concession
the
here in a
3.
moment. Depending on where the position is on the 3, I think Rudy might show the respect. And
He should.
oh, he said, "You're going to earn it, buddy. I've been fighting my butt off. I'm going to make you fight till the last ball drops."
He says, just in case. Well, good playing, gentlemen. Ben, thanks
George
for having me in
Teyachea,
the
thank
booth.
you so much for coming into the booth.
It
We're
was
gonna
fun.
we're gonna have another match at 6 o'clock. So give us a few minutes. We might see if we can get it started a little bit early. George, again, I appreciate you very much. You're welcome to come back
Thanks for
again
the
if you'd
tequila.
like. Absolutely.
If I keep
That
coming
one's on
back,
me.
you're gonna get me drunk, dude.
I got no.
I may have another match tonight. In fact, I probably will.
Then we better keep you clear-eyed. But my name is Ben Sutherland. Congratulations to Dennis Orcollo on your win over Rudy Alameda. Let's get rid of that scoreboard here.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Give me a little, and we'll find out who our next match is going to be. It's not scheduled till 6 o'clock, but if we can get it started a little bit early, we will. Appreciate you guys tuning in. This has been so much fun. Thank you, George, so much for coming in as well.